Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Naila Nur Kamila. I'm an English education student at Syarif Hidayatullah State Islamic University of Jakarta. So today I'm going to present a review of 10 articles related to English language learning. So this article discuss about different topics such as speaking skills, student anxiety, learning media, motivation, and teaching strategies. So, by review this article, we can better understand about the factor that students' learning process and discover effective ways to improve English education. So, before discussing each article, I'd like to give a brief overview of the 10 articles selected for this review. So, each article focuses on a different aspect of English learning. Some articles discuss about speaking anxiety and students' confidence, while others explain about the use of technology and learning media, such as YouTube or ChatGPT to support learning language. So there are also articles that explore students' perception, classroom experience, and teaching strategies. Even though the topics are different, all of the articles aim to improve students' English learning experience and learning outcomes. So now let's move on to the first article. So, the first article is about student NCT and their speaking performance, teaching EFL to Indonesian students. So, this article discusses how NCT affects students' English speaking performance. The study of 25 Indonesian EFL students found that anxiety such as nervous, shy, and fear of making mistakes is a major influencing speaking ability. So the article helps teacher and students understand speaking anxiety and create a more supportive learning environment. So the strength is the use of observation, interviews, and questionnaires, which makes the findings more reliable. But however, the study has limitation because it involved only 25 students from one university. So in the conclusion, the reducing anxiety and building self-confidence can improve students' English speaking performance. So the title of the second article is Indonesian Pre-Service English Teacher Education Students, English Speaking Anxiety in Asking Question. So the article explains why pre-service English teacher feel anxious when asking question in English class. So the study found three main causes. The first one is psychological factor. It's like low confidence and fear of mistakes. And then the second one is educational factors or negative past experience with teachers. And then the last one is sociocultural factors, shy and cultural belief about questioning teachers. So the articles help teacher understand students' anxiety and create a more supportive classroom environment. The strength is the use of in-depth interview, which provide detailed insight along with practical recommendation for teaching. But however, the study only involved 15 participants, so the findings may not represent all Indonesian students. So in the conclusion, students' anxiety in asking questions is influenced by various factors, and teachers play an important role in building their confidence. And then the third article explore about students' perception of using YouTube to improve English speaking skills. The study involved 30 students through questionnaire and 10 students through interview. So the findings show that students view YouTube positively because it makes learning more interesting, more enjoyable, and easier to understand. And many students also felt more motivated and confident to practice speaking. So the study strength is the use of both questionnaires and interview, which provide real data, but however, it only involves 30 students from one university and focus on perception rather than actual speaking in improvement. So, in the conclusion, YouTube is considered an engaging and useful tool for learning English speaking skills. The fourth article is this article examines how the cake application improves students' English speaking skills through short videos, pronunciation practice, and AI speech recognition. Students show greater confidence, motivation, and interest in speaking English, while also improving in vocabulary and grammar. The application is praised for being user-friendly, free, and suitable for all learning levels. However, it requires internet access and some content requires coding to unlock. But overall, Cake is an effective and engaging tool for improving speaking skills. And then for the next is the first article. The title is Factor Causing Students Challenge in Learning English Speaking Skill. So the article discuss about the main difficult students face in speaking English, include fear of making mistakes, shy, anxiety, lack of confidence, and limited practice. So vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation problem also affect speaking ability, but the article helps teachers and students understand the cause of speaking difficult and find ways to improve. So its strengths are clear explanation and strong supporting reference from this article. But however, it is mainly theoretical and does not include direct classroom experiment. So in the conclusion, students can improve their English speaking skills through regular practice, motivation, and increased confidence. And the next is the sixth article. The title is Teaching English Speaking Strategies. The article discusses about strategies used by teachers to improve students' English speaking skills at Tunas Unggul Junior High School in Bandung. So the teacher applied communicative and student-centered approach through activities such as games, role plays, discussion, debates, and presentation. And then the article helped teachers understand effective ways to encourage students' motivation and confidence in speaking English. The strength from this article is use of a real classroom observation and detailed explanation of teaching strategies. But the article have some weaknesses. The study focus on only one school and mainly use qualitative data. So in the conclusion, interactive and student-centered teaching strategies can effectively improve students' English speaking skills. And then for the next one is the Stefan article. It's explore the effectiveness of native and non-native English teacher on EFL learner speaking skills. This is compare the roles of native and non-native English teacher in teaching speaking skill. So the article strength are its clear research data and detailed explanation, but however, the study involved a small number of participants and focused on a limited learning level. And in conclusion, both native and non-native teachers have unique strengths and play important roles in improving students' English speaking skills. And next, for the eighth article, the title is Improving Speaking and Presentation Skill Through Interactive Multimedia Environment for Non-Native Speaker of English. So this article discusses how interactive multimedia can help non-native English speaker improve their speaking and presentation skills. So the study found that using multimedia makes learning more engaging and helps students become more confident, fluent, and accurate in speaking English. One strength of this article is that it is based on a real research data and show positive result in improving speaking skills. But however, the study also has some limitation because it involved only a small number of participants and was conducted at one university only. But in the conclusion, interactive multimedia can be an effective tool for improving English speaking and presentation skills. And then for the next is the nine article. So this article explore how ChatGPT support English learning across speaking, reading, writing, grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. It introduced the EIALL model. It emphasizes flexible teaching, learner autonomy, enjoyable learning, innovation, and multiple learning application. And key benefits include personalized feedback, interactive learning, and anytime, anywhere access. But however, the study is limited by small sample size and lack of direct student involvement. But overall, ChatGPT shows strong potential for English language learning when used properly and ethically. And the last article is Teachers' Perspective and the Effectiveness on Improving speaking skills through Cocomelon video. So the study explained how Cocomelon video helped fifth grade students in Thailand improve their English speaking skills. The results show improvement in pronunciation, vocabulary, fluency, and confidence, with teachers noting increased student motivation and engagement. While the study benefits from real classroom data and positive teacher feedback, it is limited by small participant numbers and technical issues. Overall, Cocomelon video proved to be effective and engaging media for improving English speaking skills. And then, before I finish my presentation, I would like to explain the connection between this article. Although each article discuss a different topic, they all focus on English language learning and the factors that influence student success in learning English. Some articles focus on student speaking skill, while others discuss students' perception, learning experience, motivation, anxiety, or the use of learning media and teaching strategies. And one common finding among the studies is that students learn English more effectively when they feel motivated, confident, and actively involved in the learning process. On the other hand, challenges such as anxiety, lack of confidence, limited participation, and uninteresting learning methods can negatively affect students' learning outcomes. Another important connection is the role of teachers and learning media. Several articles show that teachers need to create a supportive learning environment and choose appropriate teaching methods or media to help students engage more actively in learning. For example, the use of technology and digital media can make learning more interesting and encourage students to practice English more often. Overall, this article complement each other because they explain English learning from different perspectives but share the same goal, which is improving students' language skill, confidence, motivation, and overall learning outcomes. Okay, I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you for listening. And if you have a question, let's drop the question in the comment section. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.